How are you? Can you hear me? So today we're celebrating World Chocolate Day, and what's better than using the whole lot of chocolates that we have here from Amul and turning them into some snacks for you, some bites for you, which are available at night. Quick, trendy stuff, which is going to be quick and a little indulgent. So hang on with me for the next half an hour, and we're going to take you through about 5 or 6 quick snacks to help you through your chocolate cravings. And let's begin. So the first one we're going to have is a chocolate coconut shake. We're not going to use the normal white desiccated chocolate, but the white desiccated coconut, but we're going to use the malai, the coconut malai. That makes it a little bit on the healthier side. So here, let's begin. We got the coconut malai, about 1 cup. We got a cup of milk in it. We got some handful of peanuts in there and some molten chocolate in there. We're going to blend it together. You could add any dry fruit you like. You could add any cranberry, raisins, nuts in there. So that's it. We're going to blend it together, and you'll see within a few minutes it is ready. I think it's a little bit on the lighter side, so I'm going to add a few more chunks of chocolate and just let it go. Oops. Good, we have a backup here, so that's a good thing. I'm going to clear this out and just get started again. Give me 1 minute, guys, and I'm going to be with you in a few minutes. So as I was telling you, today is World Chocolate Day, and we started off with a mess, and with the mess we got this cleaned up really fast, and now we got, let's get back to the chocolate shake. So the chocolate shake has fresh coconut malai. The reason we used fresh coconut malai was because it gives a nice creamy texture. It has a little bit coconutty flavor in it, and it's not very heavy. So for a midnight snack, that's my best option that I have for you. I think we're good. So that's your coconut shake while I get rid of this towel. And the next thing that we're going to make for you is a chaat platter. So hang on, guys. I'm going to just wash my hands, and we're going to get back on our trail for World Chocolate Day. There you go. So that's the shake. Shake's got some cranberries, some fresh coconut, the coconut malai, of course, and we are all done. Great. So next, the chaat, as I promised, chaat. So there you go, the chaat. We're going to keep this on the side. We're going to use a little bit of that in our chaat if we wouldn't like. So I made some dough out of atta, suji, and about a tablespoon of cocoa powder, like you would make a golgappa dough. And we made some golgappas and papris out of it. So yeah, there you go. See, it's exactly like a golgappa. We even made some bigger ones like the Raj Kachori. So atta and suji in equal quantities with a tablespoon of cocoa powder. The cocoa powder in it is going to give us the color as well as the chocolatey taste. Right. You could use a ring cutter and cut out into a flower. I mean, the world's the limit since you're imagining. So let's go ahead and make a little chaat. The whole idea behind this is it's midnight. You're not going to have much time, but we need something to help us with our cravings. So I chose a few pieces of popcorn covered with chocolate. To make a dish like this, use your imagination. There you go. I think that's plenty. Now, the important ingredient in this dish is the chocolate barbecue sauce. It's made out of a reduction of Coke and Thumbs Up. You could choose anything. So any black cola, about a cup of it, reduce down to approximately 2 tablespoons. Add about 4 tablespoons of molten chocolate in there, and there you go. This is the magic ingredient which will kill the chocolate craving for you at night. So you're going to just add the black barbecue sauce or the chocolate sauce. It looks really black, but trust me, it's got the sweetness and the tanginess from your Coke, and along with the chocolate is an excellent dish for midnight.
So, chef, questions.
Yes.
Will you share a written recipe afterwards? What are the measurements?
Yes, the recipes, all the recipes will be available tomorrow on my Insta account. My Insta account is Chef Akshay Malhotra, and you will find all the recipes over there.
So, what did you just add, chef?
I added some fresh fruit. I chose fresh lychee, which is in season. A tablespoon of til. It goes really well with the whole dish. Thodi Kit Kat, just for the texture, and a little bit dry fruit. There you go. Again, some cranberries, walnut. You choose whatever dry fruit you would prefer, and let's have some fun. It's World Chocolate Day. We can't have a day without chocolate chips. So add your chocolate chips. We got some white chocolate chips. And any candy that is lying in your house would do. It could be simple plain old gems, and it just adds more life into the plate, and that's what I recommend. This whole dish is about using your imagination, and there you go. You're all set. You could add some fresh cherries. Cherries are in season. Why not? Maybe a piece of chocolate broken up. Dark chocolate is good in this dish. And there you go.
Chef, name of the recipe again, please.
This is a Golgappa chaat or a chocolate pani puri. There you go. So our plate is ready. Chocolate pani puri. I'm going to leave it on the side while I take you through the journey of a few more dishes. I'm going to place it right here. If you have any questions, please DM me and do let me know. The next dish that we're going to make is a very interesting and simple dish. And right here. So we got some imitation chocolate sushi. It looks like a sushi roll, but it's entirely vegetarian. It's made with Oreos and Amul dark chocolate, and we got some strawberry jelly up top. So ingredients of this dish are right here. It can't be easier. We got some Oreos. We're going to apply some chocolate to stick them. There you go. This is Amul dark chocolate, which I melted in the oven. It took about maybe under a minute, about 40 seconds. Stick. So here you go. This is the base is ready. Using your finger, you got to put some dirty work in there. Dirty your fingers, but it'll all add to the flavor. Once you cover the sides, you'll see that it'll give the effect like sushi. So it looked like sushi. To make the white rice, I've used dried desiccated coconut, which you see right here. And the desiccated coconut could either be put on the sides like so, or on top like I did in my dish. You could choose. You could either go this way or you could go with this design. I'm going to place it right here. Add a little bit white chocolate, sprinkle some more white coconut. There you go. Your bite is ready. It's got coconut, it's got chocolate, it's got your strawberry jelly, it's got the Oreo. So let me just wash my hands and come back, and your dish number 3 is ready. So as the clock's ticking, quickly we're going to cover a few more dishes. So let me take you through the first 3 dishes. The first dish that we created was the Choco coconut shake, which had the coconut malai in it. Key is using malai of your coconut. Since we're in the hot summer, we do order our coconuts, green coconuts at home, and after you open them, do check if they have the malai in there. If they have the malai, great, use it. The dish number 2 that we have is a chocolate chaat. You can see there's a lot of candy, there's a lot of color, there's a lot of there are a lot of things going on there, but the base is a real dough made out of suji and atta with a tablespoon of cocoa powder the dough looks like so, which has been fried like a golgappa. And there you go. That's the chaat, the pani puri chaat. The third dish that we have made till now is our a chocolate sushi. So the chocolate sushi has the Oreo at the heart of it. It's stuck together with chocolate right here. It's coated with the desiccated coconut, and on top the garnish comes from the strawberry jelly. We're going to place a couple here and then move them out of the way. So this, guys, let's get this out of the way. And I have a few more interesting dishes for you. Why not make an interesting donut sandwich? I mean, who doesn't love a donut? So, how would you make the donut sandwich? Let me grab some garnishes right here. We'll need some Oreos, we'll need some chocolate sauce, we'll need some molten chocolate sauce, we need some Nutella, right so, and then we'll build on it as we go. So here you see, I had some donuts sent over to me by my friend Ravi at the French Baking Co. And they were lovely, airy, and I said we're gonna use this for our show today, and there we go. So again, very easy assembly, very indulgent donut. I can only advise you on the recipe. Rest you got to use your mind, you got to use a little bit of your imagination and get the donut going. So this, I'm putting a little bit Nutella at the bottom.
But chef, will you share the recipe? There's a question.
Yes, absolutely. I will share all the recipes of all the food that I'm making today on my Instagram account at Chef Akshay Malhotra on Instagram, as I said. So there you go. I think that's plenty Nutella for the day. So Nutella gives a nice chocolatey flavor. Let's drop in a couple of pieces of chocolate. Let's add an Oreo. Let's add your cigarillo. We'll break a chocolate wafer. I mean, just add what you have lying in your pantry. And in the situation we have been in the past few months, just need to try and use what we have. Again, put some candy on. It's World Chocolate Day, so let's put some chocolate chips on. If you don't have chocolate chips, you could use a piece of chocolate and just grate it on it. I have a chunk of chocolate which I can just grate. There you go. So easy and simple is key. Let me place the grater here. We'll need it again. And
Which flavor in Nutella did you use, chef?
oh, it's not Nutella, it's Nutella.
Hazelnut?
It's a hazelnut Nutella. See right there? And that's what I use. Final ingredient on the dish. Let's add some color. Let's get some flavor. Today I'm using strawberry jelly. You could use any flavor of jelly you'd like. Any fresh fruit you'd like. You could put in a piece of lychee. I mean, the sky's the limit. Use your imagination, and that's key. There you go. I think this looks appetizing, and for the time of the night that we're talking, this should do the job. And I'm going to leave this right here. So till now, as you can see, in the past 15 minutes or so, we've made a chocolate coconut milkshake, which is nice and thick, made with coconut malai, so healthy, slightly healthy. So this is your cheat meal. We got a donut sandwich right here with Nutella. We got a chocolate sushi right here with some coconut. We got a golgappa chaat. So what's missing? Let me go back and check what we got to make next. Of course, when we're talking about chocolate, it's World Chocolate Day. We got to make s'mores. Means the burnt. Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many people can tell me what this is? What this ingredient is? And the rest I will name. So tell me what this ingredient is, and I I will give you an extra free recipe at the end of the show. My promise, on my Instagram account. So please tell me what ingredient is there. And yes, any guesses? What's this ingredient? Right there.
Yes, we have one guess, which is correct. Saurabh Joshi was the first one to guess marshmallow, chef.
Hi Saurabh, yes, that's correct. That's a marshmallow. Marshmallows, they are made out of sugar and can easily be caramelized. I'm going to pop my oven on high and grab the ingredients. And Saurabh, I'll be sending you your recipe by tomorrow. So do DM me on my Insta account and then we'll go it from there. Now we have a couple of options that we can play with this right now. We could either go with the Nutella, which we've already used in the donut, or we could use plain old chocolate sauce, or I also have some reduced milk khoya right here. So how do you make this khoya at home? You take a big non-stick pan, put about half a liter of milk in it, and you allow it to reduce over low heat. So that's what this khoya is. We're going to add a couple of tablespoons of chocolate in there. Like
Chef,
so.
a question. Is
Yes.
marshmallow vegetarian?
It's got a few packets will mention if they have non-veg gelatin in it. I have seen a few packets in the market which have a vegetarian version in it. So yes, you'll have to check your packet and buy. The ones I have are vegetarian ones.
And another question, chef. Can we use, instead of Nutella, may we use Hershey syrup?
Yes, you could use the Hershey's syrup, but it does not have the flavor of hazelnuts. You could instead blend your Hershey's syrup with some peanuts or any other nut that you'd like, and it will do the job. So you just need to puree your Hershey's along with a nut. It could be peanut, it could be almond, it could be a cashew nut. It would do the same job. If we have time at the end of the show, I will go ahead and try make you one. So one side we're going to put the Nutella just because it's so indulgent, and s'mores need to have some Nutella in it.
And chef, someone says, can this be called the chocolate pav bhaji?
Oh yes, why not? Since we're going that route today, why not? So the best way to cut your marshmallows is to use a pair of scissors, and there you go. So the idea about the pav bhaji is a very good idea, and I will put it on my menu and I will give you credit for it. So that's amazing. See how many things you learn so late at night. So there you go. Easy, simple marshmallow goes onto the Nutella reduced milk. If you're still hungry and this is the only meal you're having, you could add a few slices of paneer on it. That would even taste good. Sprinkle some sugar. So there you go. We got a few candies here. I got the nutties here, which I like. So there you go. I think we're all set. I need a few more gems right here. We got the candy pav bhaji or the Nutella pav bhaji going, as we've been.
You have another
advised.
name, Chocolate Subway.
Yes, it's a chocolate subway.
And is this on brown bread, chef?
Yes, this is on a panini again from Chef Ravi's baking company. You could use any bread you have. A white sliced bread sliced bread would work perfectly fine.
And can we use candy sugar instead of marshmallow, chef?
Yes, you could use, but it's going to be crunchy if you don't have marshmallow. You could add some popcorn.
And where would you get marshmallow, chef?
You could get, I source mine from Amazon right now. So yes, Amazon is the best place. What are we missing here? Let me check, go back. Some chocolate, no? It's World Chocolate Day. We need to add chocolate. We need to add more chocolate. And now let me grab a steel plate. It goes into the oven. We need to quickly brown it on top. I have one browned, but I just want to show it. It takes literally few minutes to brown it. So I'm going to move the sandwich very carefully. The oven's on full, on high, on the topmost rack. And in the meantime, I will get rid of some stuff.
So
But
does
leave
that
the
now?
sandwich here.
So chef,
Yes.
does this now become a chocolate pizza? That's another question.
You name it. This is your indulgence plate, and that was my promise, and that's what I fulfilled. We got you indulgent and right.
Can we use blowtorch, chef?
Yes, if you have a blowtorch, you can use a blowtorch. We're running out of space here. In the past 20 minutes, we got about 6 dishes made. We got the coconut chocolate shake here with coconut malai. We got a donut open face sandwich. We got some chocolate sushi going with coconut and strawberry. We got some chaat going here, and I can smell the marshmallows. I think they're ready, so I'm going to pull them out very carefully. They're going to be very hot and sticky. Shut the oven off first. There you go. There you go. So, right there. We got a pizza, a Subway, a pav bhaji, you name it. It'll fill the blank.
Chef, name of your Instagram account, please.
The name of my Instagram account is Chef Akshay Malhotra. I'll repeat that for you. Chef Akshay Malhotra. And please go ahead and DM me and I will reply to that so we can stay in touch. The other one now, the Black Forest croissant. Croissant we all love. Croissant at breakfast is good. How do we make it different? How do we help it fulfill our cravings at night? I'm going to place it down right here because my table's pretty much full, and I'm going to show you how I assembled the croissant and gave it a little twist which was apt for the Black Forest. There you go. So I got a croissant which is again from my friend Ravi from the French baking company, and the first layer chocolate, and it's pouring outside. I can hear the rain, and it's just the right weather for a Black Forest croissant with some fresh cherries macerated in sugar. So I took some cherries, de-pitted them, I took out the pit, added a tablespoon of sugar, and there you go. That's it. Simple, easy. We're going to add garnish of a choco pie. It gives a nice biscuity kind of a texture. It's not that hard. It's really soft and I like it. I'm going to show you a packet that should be lying here somewhere. So that's the choco pie that I used today. That's going to be a part of my sandwich. There you go. What else am I missing? We need some grated chocolate. You know, you could give it a twist by adding a teaspoon of cinnamon to it, a cinnamon powder. And this you could either put in the microwave for a minute or so. A minute is too much actually, about 30 seconds, and get it all molten. Or you could just have it as it is. So pinch of cinnamon. There you go. Let me remove this. So guys, I'm running out of space. I'm going to move some things to the back and make space for the last 2 surprise things that I have decided to make for you. So we got the Black Forest croissant. Why don't we add some color to it? Any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me here or on my Instagram account at Chef Akshay Malhotra. And if you have any questions, please ping me. So in the past 20 minutes or so, we've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 things till now. We got a great chocolate sushi. We got an amazing chaat with all the candies and fresh fruit that's lying in your fridge. We made a fresh shake with chocolate and coconut in it. Put some cranberries in it for the tang. We got a donut sandwich here. It's got all the toppings that you'd like. We got a pizza, you call it a sub. We got it right there. And we got a croissant sandwich. And now I'm going to show you one quick ice cream sandwich that you can make with ingredients at home. Are there any questions before that? I'm going to just wash my hands and come back.
Where can we find written recipes, chef?
The written recipes for all the ingredients are going to be at Chef Akshay Malhotra at my Insta account. On my Insta account at Chef Akshay Malhotra. I'm going to just grab these cookie sandwiches, ice cream cookie sandwiches that I made earlier. There you go. These have to be kept frozen. Just grab a fork.
Chef, one question.
Yes, please.
Normal cooking also you do with such speed?
Yeah,
Good
I've been
question.
prepping for the past hour or so, hour and a half, and with the help of my family, I've been able to put out this chocolate buffet for you. There you go. So you got a cookie of your choice. I chose a digestive cookie. Added some melted chocolate on the inside. Added a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Closed it shut and put it in the freezer. And there you go. The chocolate sandwich is ready. I'm going to leave it right here. I feel like eating all of this, but right now I have to make you one more dish before we call it the night. And there is the dish. I'm going to move the chocolate sandwich to the side. So this is a cupped brownie. The cupped brownie is made in the microwave in about a minute. You don't need to add any eggs or flour or butter and all those things. I will give you the recipe. I'm going to pop this one into the microwave. In the meantime, I'm going to help you get the recipe. The written recipe would be available on my Instagram. So there goes. And now let me grab my blender. Without making a mess, we shall draw up a quick cookie recipe. Since I'm almost out of space, I'm going to move this out. Grab a spoon. So guys, now this is a brownie which was made in the microwave in a minute's time. I've put one in, and this is what goes in the brownie. 2 Oreos. Any chocolate cake of your choice. I chose the one I had lying in my pantry. Of course, these days when you're at home, you got to use ingredients what you have. This is a nice muffin, a leftover from Ravi's bakery. Let me go wash my hands really quick. I can hear the micro beeping, which means it's ready. It needs about 2 tablespoons of milk. That's good. A teaspoon of butter for richness, like so. And I'm going to get rid of this mess. Okay guys, so I'm making a brownie out of the cake crumbs or leftovers that are left after you've done your baking or you've gone out. And I have some molten chocolate here. That's about 3 spoons. You could add in a Kit Kat stick if you'd like. It's up to you. So guys, there you go. If you'd like, you could add some peanut butter chocolate mix in there. Let's go ahead and throw a chunk in there. So all the recipes are going to be available on my Instagram page at Chef Akshay Malhotra. And I'm going to make some space to blend the brownie mix. Now, the good thing about the brownie is that you do not need to use the oven. So, just give me a minute. And that's it. Blend it together till it makes a smooth paste. The Oreos are crushed, the milk is mixed well with everything, and that's it. Okay, I can hear. Let me get this out. I don't want to make another spill. So guys, as I told you, I put one brownie in the oven. I'm going to grab that out. So, there you go. This was the brownie I just put in. It took me a minute to make the mix. The mix looks like this. This goes into a cup. You put it in the microwave and you cook for about a minute. So here you go. You need not run to the bakery. You need not go and pick up a premix. You need not open a cookbook, but you could still get a brownie in about a minute and a half if you go by my recipe. The recipes are going to be posted at Chef Akshay Malhotra, my Insta account. You will be able to see all the pictures there. And this is the brownie. I'll take you over the entire menu. So I got a minute brownie. It's got some cake in it, some chocolate in it. It's got some milk, a spoon of butter in it to make it creamy. It takes a minute to make. Here's the mix, goes into the cup inside, and you're done. We got some chocolate pizza, as a few people have been calling it. I call it the chocolate sandwich. I got a croissant, black forest sandwich right here. It's got the flavors of black forest, it's got the chocolate in it, it's got fresh cherries. Always use some seasonal fruit to add to your plate. It's always healthy, it's always tasty. I have some donuts right here which have some Nutella on it. You could put any topping on it. There is no rule for a sandwich like so. We got the chocolate sushi right here, as you can see. Quick bite. We got the Golgappa chaat here, which is got fresh fruit. The lychee is fresh fruit in there. And last but not the least, we got our drink there. And I forgot almost about the ice cream sandwiches, which have some really nice Amul ice cream inside them. You could put sprinkles on them. You could just go crazy with making this really, really interesting. You could add more chocolate on it, more molten chocolate on it. And let me check. I think we've pretty much covered all that we had planned to do. Would be great if you have any questions. We still have a few minutes left. And you see, on World Chocolate Day, I want to show you that how in 30 minutes I can do about 8 or 9 dishes for you, which are not that hard or complex. Anyone can do it at home. And if there are any questions, please do let me know.
Chef, there's a question.
Yes.
Can we make the brownie in a 6-inch pan?
If you make this brownie in a 6-inch pan in the normal oven, it would take about 15 to 20 minutes. It depends on the oven and all those details, how big your oven is. So yes, it could be made in a normal pan. The baking time would be different.
And another question on the
Yes.
marshmallows. When you popped this sandwich into the oven,
Yes.
you put it in at what temperature and for how long?
I put it at 250 degrees for about 3 to 4 minutes till you get some chariness on the marshmallows, and that's what gives the smoky flavor to the s'mores, and that's what you want in your open face sandwich or pizza or the pav bhaji or the chocolate pav bhaji, as we call it. So guys, I think I'm through with all the 9 dishes that I had promised. I got the chocolate shake with some fresh coconut malai. I got the donut sandwich. I've got the pani puri. I got the sushi. I got the chocolate sushi done. The chocolate ice cream sandwich done. We got the black forest croissant for you right here. We got the s'mores on a bread or a pizza or a chocolate pav bhaji going right there. We got your brownies, the 1-minute brownies right there. So I guess we're pretty much done. It was great having you. If there are any questions, sure, I'd love to answer them. I think we're all done. So thank you guys, and until next time, have a good evening. Bye bye.